Hi everyone, today we're talking about the Help to Buy ISA, and we're talking about the Help to Buy ISA because there's been a lot of talk about it in the news recently because there is a deadline for opening up a Help to Buy ISA, and if you want to have a Help to Buy ISA, you have to open up a Help to Buy ISA by the 30th of November. Now, opening this up can be really simple. All you need to do is put £1 in and then you have it open. But after the 30th of November, you won't be able to have one of these ISAs anymore. Now, just to put it out there is a lifetime ISA which will come up a little bit in this video a little bit later on. But that's another option that is very much like a Help to Buy ISA, but the actual Help to Buy ISA won't be available for too much longer. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some good points for the Help to Buy ISA. I'm going to talk about some bad points, and then I'll kind of give my overall opinion at the end of the video. So I'm going to start with the good points and I'll go to the bad points, and hopefully by the end of the video it will kind of clear things up if you are looking to open one up. So the good points about Help to Buy ISA is that you can be age 16 to open up one of these accounts. Now, when we look at a lot of other investments, there isn't a lot of other investments where at the age of 16 you can open up a lot of accounts. Certainly, like if you're going into stock market investing, you can't be 16 to open up a broker's account. You have to be 18, like a lot of other investments. So a good thing about this is if you're age 16 or 17, I would definitely say right now it's a good account for you to open up because, like I said, there's not many investment accounts available for you at the age of 16. Second point is that using the Help to Buy ISA, it does give you a free £3,000 off the government. And if the government is offering you free money, obviously it does sound like a good idea to take it. Now, I've got to say, to get the actual max £3,000, you will have to put the maximum input into the Help to Buy ISA every month, and it will take you 4 years to get that max £3,000. So that's something just to be a little bit careful of, because you kind of have to be planning to be able to invest the maximum amount in every month for 4 years to get that £3,000. That's something to be careful of. But at the end of the day, it is a free £3,000, which is pretty good, and we would all take that off the government anyway, so that's a good thing. And also, if you have no investments at all, this is certainly something for you to look into. I have to say, if you have no investments at all, what have you been doing with your money for like the last few years? Please invest into something. But if you have no investments at all and you have no confidence, or you're a little bit nervous investing in things, then maybe this is one for you. If you're a little bit better with your investments, there is other things out there which I will talk about. But if you have no investments at all, this is a great way to get investing into something that will definitely help you going forward if you're looking to buy a property. Now, there is some bad points with this Help to Buy ISA, and there is other better investments out there, and one that's very similar and has not much risk like the Help to Buy ISA is a lifetime ISA, which I prefer slightly to the Help to Buy ISA. So that's something to be careful of, is these better options out there for you investing wise, but it's still a pretty good investment if you don't have any at all. Second point is that you do have to be a first time buyer. So if you did inherit a property or you were part of a joint mortgage application, then you won't be able to get this. You do have to be a first time buyer. If you are if you're not a first time buyer and you're buying a house with someone that is a first time buyer, they can use it and you can't, which is something that is kind of positive. But yeah, you do have to be a first time buyer to be able to use this. Second point, you do have to buy a house below 250,000. Now, for quite a few people, especially if it's your first time property, then you probably will be buying a house below 250,000. And if you are buying a house above that, then you probably won't necessarily need a Help to Buy ISA. The only people that really will cause a problem for is people that do live in London, because house prices are pretty steep there, and a first time property down there will probably set you back quite a bit. But for everyone else, 250,000, you should be okay with that, but that's just something to be a little bit careful of depending on where you're from. And one of the last points that's negative about Help to Buy ISA is that you cannot use a bonus as a deposit. So you can use the Help to Buy ISA as a deposit, but the bonus that you would get from saving up, you won't be able to actually add that on your deposit amount, which is slightly annoying. The amount that you get for free will be then taken off once you get your mortgage for your property. The kind of annoying thing about that is that because you would then go get a mortgage and then you would use the payment, is that you'd still get quite a bit of interest on the money that you could have saved. So that's a little bit frustrating, because if you could have that £3,000 as you deposit, obviously that would save you a massive amount of interest, and also it would also help you deposit when you put a deposit down on your house. So that's also something to be a little bit careful of. But And in my kind of opinion, that's probably one of the major frustrations with this, is that you can't use that free cash down as a deposit. It just gets knocked off at the end of your mortgage. But overall, these are some quick good points and some bad points about the Help to Buy ISA. I hope it cleared it up for you. If these are a little bit of interest, I don't mind doing a video on the Lifetime ISA and explaining why I think that's just slightly better than the Help to Buy ISA. But if you were looking into this because it is going to not be available for too much longer, I hope it helped you guys. And if you could give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't, that'd be absolutely amazing. And I'll see you in the next video.